you guys are doing this, what's the difference between fighting and self-defense?
Not to lose.
Right. Well, yeah, so fighting is what? The goal is what? To win. Right? If it's boxing, I want to knock you out. Jiu-Jitsu, I want to submit you. Self-defense, I just don't want to lose. So it's much more conservative. I'm not going to take a bunch of chances. I'm not going to jump for a submission that ends up with me on bottom, because now in a real fight, what's happening? I'm getting beat up. Right? So, one of the things we need to do is always give our opponent a way out. Right? So in the beginning of a conflict, we always want to be talking. Right? Because maybe we can de-escalate. Maybe we can say, hey, you know, sorry, I didn't know that was your parking spot. I'll go move my car. There's no need for all this. But at the end of the conflict, we also need to talk. You get somebody here, maybe just enough to go like this and be like, hey, we can keep going, or we can stop now. What do you want to do? Most reasonable people will go be like, okay, I'm cool right now. Right? So don't just start punching here, because you don't give them a chance to get out, especially with punching. But when you're punching somebody, you can't be like, you give up. Right? As long as you're punching them, no, they're not going to generally give up. They're going to be trying to fight back. Right? Or certainly if you don't say anything. Maybe if you say you give up, they might say, yeah, but if you're just like this, what are they going to do? Keep fighting, right? So when you get here and you pull them up like this, maybe you tag them a couple times. That's up to you. But you definitely want to tell them, like, hey, what are we going to go with this now? Right? Do you want to give up? By the way, just because somebody says they're going to give up, don't necessarily believe them. Always don't just let go and be like, okay, let's stand up, and then they hit you. Make sure you have an exit plan where you can get away from the situation as quickly as possible. Okay? You guys heard about Leandro Lowe? Yeah. Okay, Leandro Lowe is a very famous black belt in Brazil, and America too. But he's in Brazil. He got in an argument in a bar with a guy. I think he took the guy down, whatever, and then the guy said, okay, I give up. Then he went out to his car, got a gun, came back in and killed Leandro Lowe. Okay? So that's something I always preach to you guys. If you ever do get into a conflict, and you win, or whatever, and even if you shake hands with the guy and cool, you leave right then. Don't stay around to talk to the girls and get people to, you know, tell you how great you are. You get out of there as soon as you can. And don't hang around, because you don't know, maybe the guy gets his friends, comes back. Saw it a ton in America, guys that leave the club, come back in, start popping off rounds or whatever. So you get the hell out of there as soon as possible. All right, so now we're going to go into a slightly different position. We'll finish up with this. We're going to go from side control. Now the difference is when I'm mounted on you and I sit up, my legs are still controlling you, right? So it's harder for an escape. If I sit up to punch you like this, you can get away, right? You put me in guard, you can roll away, all these things. So I need to still maintain connection to punch you. So the problem is, how do I let go with my arms to hit you without letting go of control? Right? But we have knee on belly, but we're going to do a different situation. Okay, so this arm is going to come over, and this arm is going to go to this hip on the mat. We're going to go at a 100 kilo position. I want my chest along the shoulders, not on the chest. Here. Okay, and then I'm going to be on my toes. Now, my leg is going to kick back and come straight here. If he blocks that, then we're going to come here. He blocks that. I'm going to come here. Notice he can't bring his leg in to defend. Okay? I'm using my chest to keep him flat. My hands connected to the ground. You understand? Yes. Okay. Let's knee each other. Right? Hands